Hey guys, I just want to shoot this quick video because I've been asked by many students and families about with the new mask mandate changing, what we're going to do in the dojo now that things have changed in the state and the county. You know, the past 2 years, we kind of collectively have practiced the art of dealing with uncertainty and the patience that it takes. And I hope to relieve some of that uncertainty, kind of not knowing where you're going to be in the dojo as far as masks or not. For the last couple of years, we've made adjustments here in our dojo and changes sometimes at the spur of the moment. So if you're kind of a new student, you might not know this, but we pivoted immediately to training online right away, faster than I think anybody else did. We were holding classes via Zoom. We did classes outdoors at East Portal. When the frustration too of the wildfires happening and being forced to go back on Zoom, I know was frustrating for everybody. We opened up distance learning program too, so when school started, when kids couldn't go to school, but parents needed a place for their kids to be, we had them here in the dojo doing remote learning from here. Winter came, we were outside in the rain, the cold, training outside, and yeah, it was challenging, but like you guys, I embraced that challenge. I kind of embraced the suck, right? Because with enthusiasm, with excitement, I knew it would make me a better teacher and a better martial artist. Because we know, I hope you guys know, that the martial arts, karate, is a path of deliberate growth. We don't go to karate for it to be easy. We go deliberately to grow. We walk into challenging and hard situations knowing that good growth, strong growth comes from those same challenges that other people are going to be running away from. We eat that kind of stuff for breakfast, right? And I'm not going to lie, we lost some students during this time. Some that felt like we were not doing enough for safety reasons. Some thought that we were doing just way too much and I couldn't please everybody. But you guys, if you're hearing this, you either are new or you stuck with us through that ride, through all the ups and downs. We stuck with the mandates as best we could and all those best practices. And I think maybe one of the few activities that did during the past 2 years stick with everything. Sometimes I miss things during those times. I miss the mats, I miss hitting the bag, I miss sparring, I missed grappling during all that. And I didn't realize it until thinking about it more and more recently as this was coming up, but ultimately I think what I miss the most still is everybody's smiling faces, seeing everybody happy when they're trained, happy when they successfully complete a technique. And to put it short, we're kind of on the precipice of another change here with the pandemic, and the big change for the dojo is masks are now optional, but there's going to be some caveats. And I need you to know right away, it's not a decision that I've come to lightly at all. I've been meditating on this for quite some time. And it made me realize trust and risk are a huge part of the martial arts and are components into making it as special and I guess sacred in a way. And we all have individual varying levels of risk tolerance. But the concept of trust and risk, they're perfectly expressed in sparring, right? A situation where I literally have my partners punching and kicking at me, throwing dangerous punches and strikes, but not hard enough to to injure me, right? And it's in this vein of trust that I got to trust you guys to do the right thing when it comes to your choice of whether or not you're going to wear a mask or not. You know your health situation way better than I do, of course. And I just want you to know, we won't be checking for proof of vaccination of everyone that comes in the dojo, but whether you are vaccinated or not, whether you wear a mask or not, I'm putting my trust into your hands to follow the guidelines, follow the mandates as they currently stand, subject to change, I guess, of course, right? Because I can't state what's best for you and for your family. One thing that I won't have tolerance for is any kind of negative comments in the dojo directed towards another student or guest because they're wearing a mask or not wearing a mask, either way. Most of our students are children, and they're going to be following the directions of their family and their parents, as they should, one way or the other. And then we have adult students that may not have health circumstances that we don't know about. So let's just have some compassion and be thankful for our dojo family and for everyone that's training together, whether they're wearing a mask or not. The dojo at karate has always been a place for me to take a vacation from the conflicts that sometimes are happening in the outside world, whether that's fear, hate, and especially politics. So the last thing I want is for people to be verbally shamed one way or the other based on their health choice. Parents, if your child does wear a mask and they're going to be wearing a mask in class, I'm going to do my best, like I do now, to make sure that they wear it properly. I am assuming you would not send them in with a mask if that's the case. For our youngest students, like the Tigers and Dragons, where vaccine's not available to everyone in those ages, our staff's going to continue to wear a mask in all those classes. Plus, I think it's just the only fair thing to do to kind of set that example for them and be in uniform to make sure that we're the same, since they don't have that same choice. Juniors, teens, parents, and all the students in those classes, you have always had kind of like a veto power when it comes to who you're working with for any safety reason. So if you are, for whatever reason, comfortable only working closely, like in sparring or grappling, whatever, with a student that's also wearing a mask, get with them before class, ask them, hey, is it cool if we work as a partner today? I like working with you, I'm comfortable working with you. So there's just removes any awkwardness. I don't want anyone to feel bad for not wanting to train. Lastly, just so you know, we do have changes that we made in the dojo physically, right? So we have outside air that we bring in through our air conditioning unit. We have an air quality monitor to make sure that we're getting enough fresh air, and we have a commercial air filtration system in the system that constantly cycling air and filtering it through. So I want to make sure you guys still do know about that. Plus, we got beautiful spring weather right now to crank those doors open and get some fresh air in. Okay, that was a lot. If you have any questions, concerns, email, text, phone call, chat with me anytime I'm available. I'm happy to. In between classes, sometimes it can get hard for me. So a text message is very easy, or a phone call at any time. I love you guys, and I really appreciate everybody that stuck with us during this time. It showed me how important family is, literal family, but also my karate family too. I'll talk to you guys soon.